Yo, what's up, folks? Hope you're doing all right. I'm not gonna lie, like after our last two jobs on PowerWash Simulator, honestly, happy we got a bit of a smaller job to do. Cause shoot, the last two jobs, that mini roller coaster and that solar system exhibit, between the two, it's like almost 8 hours. So honestly, not. I'm kind of relieved, if I'm being honest, that the streetcar, as you can see, we're going to be doing is a bit smaller in scale. Kind of gives me a slight sense of relief. I was like, "Ooh, thank goodness," because I do often talk about I don't mind big jobs, just as long as they're not one after another after another. But I suppose we better get started because this streetcar ain't going to clean itself, but it shouldn't be too bad. Um, for these sorts of things, like things that are kind of small, but not necessarily that small, it's like you honestly, I think most times I tend to, oh, you can close them. Oh, no, you could actually, close them. That's cool. Anyhow. Huh. That's cool. Normally I would go from the outside in, but I think this time around, I'm actually going to do inside out on this one. And like I said, it shouldn't be too long. Probably the thing that would take a little bit of time. Probably making sure I get everything down here. Say like you have this track stop bumper. Like that. That would be something that I would need to pay attention to. But, yeah, I'll probably, that might take a small bit of time. And are the doors themselves dirty? They are. Okay. Since they're dirty. Alright. And this one? Okay. Yeah, I think we'll start on the inside of this one. Because normally, for these kinds of jobs, I do start from either the top on the outside or the sides on the outside. Normally not inside and then out. So being a little bit different, but I suppose we better get started. If you think you enjoy this at any point whatsoever, maybe you like and such, but let's get started, shall we? Penelope-proof streetcar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're a power washer, but, sure, I guess. Okay. But yeah, not gonna lie, with 8 hours, well, almost 8 hours, taking up the last two jobs together, I was honestly happy that this streetcar is going to be on the lesser side in time taken. Okay. What am I missing? Anything from here? I guess not. Okay. But yeah, that's why I often talk about in these sorts of videos. Like, I don't mind the bigger jobs. It's just when you got almost all the jobs being big jobs is when it starts to can become a bit much at times. So I do appreciate some other diversity. All right. But yeah, we're looking good. Honestly, this job don't look like it's going to take that long. Now, if it ended up being like 2 streetcars, that could maybe take a little bit longer. But honestly, I don't think it's going to really take too long, if I'm being honest. And it doesn't look like you would need like a step stool or anything. Okay, I see what that is. So it shouldn't be too bad on the inside, at least. Outside, we'll definitely need employ a ladder to get to the top. But yeah, we got a bit to go before we get to that. So it'll be. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. Really? Huh. Door hinges. Oh, okay. I was wondering what the multiple were. I'm like, what is that? On the other side, obviously. Then probably what I'm seeing a little bit on this side is the other side. So that's fine. Okay. Oh, yeah. Do the other side. But yeah, pretty sure that's what I'm seeing. Which is fine. It might annoy me that it's not done. But we'll wait to do that. Once the doors, anyhow. Till we actually start working on the exterior. So yeah, it'll be alright. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay. Like, even though I kind of half moaned about the length of the mini roller coaster and the solar system exhibit, I did enjoy them. It's just how long they both ended up taking. It was a bit more than I was expecting, honestly. Oh, nice. That got done. But that thing right there. No? Okay, it's not its own thing. Okay. I was wondering about that. Rear floor. Okay. But yeah, that's the thing that kind of had me grumbling a bit. Enjoy the levels. I always do say, regardless of whether it's small or big, I enjoy the levels in general. It's just, if I grumble about it, it usually has to do with how long it takes to do said level. It's nice. That's often what I do indeed saying. And do that. But yeah, I was wondering before we started this job if it would just be one streetcar or if it'd be more than one. Because technically they could have given you a couple streetcars, and that could have taken some time. It's not bad, just only doing one, honestly. So nothing wrong with just a singular streetcar. Okay. Working on these doors at the moment. Well, at least this side of the door. Can't actually finish the door, but it'll get done eventually. So don't you worry. Okay. Alright. Just trying to make sure we do get enough of the door that whenever we do the outside, that there's nothing else that we'll need to do. Oh yeah, we are using the short. Don't need a short. And anything, don't need any nozzle. Alright. Very good. Maybe if I was outside doing the exterior, maybe a little bit. But I'm like, I'm on the inside, so I definitely don't really need anything, really. I do want to take a look. So when you open it up, theoretically, I guess we can do that. Okay. All right. There we go. Then I guess we'll do the same over here. Yeah. All right. Then over here. Okay. All right. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, we're looking good so far. We'll just be up to making sure we get all the right angles and such. Did I ever do this? No, standing handrail right here is not done. Now it is. Okay, that's cool. All right. Very good. Then you obviously got up there. But yeah, this interior shouldn't be long at all, honestly. It's definitely a nice reprieve from the longer jobs that we have been doing recently. So a nice little change up. Yeah, and the windows looks like it's going to be the same deal as the at least the on the outside as the doors, because we got the window on the inside done, but obviously it's not going to actually be like legitimately clean. I mean, it's clean on this side at least, but it won't be like completely clean. Which is fine. It'll, like I said, with the doors, it'll annoy me that it's not done. Like, done. But it's not the end of the world, and it'll get done. Oh, 20% already. LP proof. Full-time baker, part-time detective, out of hours, tittle-tatter. Okay. Not baking muffins, I'm busy solving crimes, and right now the oven's off. So I guess there's no miss. Oh, yeah, there is a mystery. Because she said when she's not baking, she's a detective, essentially. And she said the oven's off, so that means she's working on a mystery. Okay. Almost, alright. Got that wrong. Because initially I was going to say, oh, the oven's off, so I guess she's not working on the mystery. I was like, wait a minute. No, I totally just interpreted that backwards. Not silly me. That's cool. But yeah, so if the oven's on, she's not working on the mystery. But when it's off, she is working on one. So I was like, oh. There's that. Okay, good. Alright. Okay. Yeah, a bit close quarters, I will say here, but it's not unmanageable. Okay. Let's see. That side, good, good. Back up here on the top. Inner window. Ah, I was like, window? I was like, there's a window? I was like, oh yeah, there is a window. I didn't realize that there was a window. I was like, huh? I was like, oh. Yeah, I didn't. That's kind of funny that I didn't even realize that. Alright. Alright. Work on the bottom some more. There we go. Alright. Looking good. Nice. Get that as well. Make sure it gets done. But yeah, we're looking good so far. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll just stick to this left side. But yeah, not sure what sort of mystery this Penelope person that hired us is. I think she's the one that hired us, is working on. I'm sure we'll find out. Thought so. Alright. Okay. Alright. And then get this side. Nice. That looks taken care of. Then the rest of this window, obviously. Nice. Very good. Alright. That window's done. Also very good. Looks like it's all one thing, this ceiling. Okay. And I guess we'll work on this side now. And once we get this right side that we're working on now done, then we'll start working on the rest of that ceiling and finish that up. Alright. Okay. But we're looking good. Alright. There we go. Okay. I know what that is referring to. So we're good. Alright. Then right here. There. Very good. Oh yeah, the armrest as well. Because I did one portion of it, but not the actual armrest itself. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, that might be helpful. Very good. Huh. What does that say? The Desiree to town center. I'm not sure if Desiree or Desire. Because Desire would be just one E, but it was like two E's. New solar panel power. Oh, it's solar powered, eh? That's actually pretty cool. That's neat. Maybe I'll see the solar panels when I work on the outside. Because obviously I haven't done the outside yet. Kind of looked at some bits of the outside, but I hadn't actually done the outside. So I was like, huh, solar power, eh? I like that. That's actually interesting. Okay. Okay. Try and get this pole done. And it's done. Very good. Do the other pole as well, obviously. Alright. Oop, other way. There we go. Since we did the poles, I guess we'll do this floor right here. Okay. Alright. Nice. And we'll open that up. Alright. Oh yeah, I never did do that. A little bit. May as well. Ah, that's party outside. Don't think I ever did that. Did see a little bit right here. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. And I think that's okay. Okay. And same over here. Alright. Okay. Alright. It's not too bad. That floor's done. Okay. Alright. Center interior wall. Whatever door runner is. Alright. Okay. Then this right here. Alright. think we're good on the door. Alright. Oh, Penelope's got something else to say. Something wasn't right, eh? How so? Care to elaborate? Oh. Sure. I mean, you can think about that all you want, Bob. I won't lose any sleep over it. I'll let you be the one to lose sleep over it. Okay. We did that. This right here. Alright. I think we're pretty good. Seems like it. Anyhow, door panel obviously is not done yet. But it will be before long. Do the cab. Alright. So we got that done. Okay. Oh, we got the handbrake done. I was like, what did we finish? I was like, oh. I was like, okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying cleaning up this street car. I'm a big fan of transportation. Specifically trains, but whether it's airplanes, trains, just your normal automobile vehicles, I'm like, really, I'm a fan of it all, honestly. I just have a special affinity for trains in particular. Have control panel. And then we got, obviously, a fire extinguisher. But yeah, I was like, I've been enjoying this. Obviously, it's not something that's going to take, like, say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's not that time consuming. Not compared to some of the jobs we've done in this game so far. So that's not done. I was wondering if that green section was going to be its own section, or if it's the entire. Seems to be it's the entire wall, not just the painted section. I was like, okay. Not mad or anything, I just wasn't sure. Can't really jump up either. Not all that much anyhow. Okay, so that was the control panel. Got that done. Do this middle one. Yeah, because some of these sections, it can be kind of hard to tell. It's like, which section counts as one whole section or just a subset of said section. Because sometimes you think, oh yeah, surely that's just one area. And I was like, oh no. This whole general area is the one section. I was like, oh. I was like, okay. Alright. Okay. Almost done. Then I guess we could try looking in the task list. Make sure. Cab control console. These things are probably outside. Doors. Exterior. the mount for the extinguisher. So, missed that. Oh yeah, and then there's a little bit right here. Let's see. There we go. Then see if there's inner windshield that I'm missing. That one? There we go. Got the two windshields. Well, inner windshields. Anything else? Don't see anything. I guess we've done most everything on the inside. Huh. Apparently I've done a fraction of a wheel. Okay. I guess we go outside now. Well, I guess that's the interior done. I guess we'll start here, honestly. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll just start at this door. Okay. That one's not done. Well, the window is, but it says the door panel isn't. Huh. That's interesting. So that's gonna... I see. Right there. Okay, that's done now. I was like... Yeah, it was throwing me off a little bit. I was like, what? Then I was like, Then we'll do this. Okay. That's done, and... Alright. Make sure. Yeah, we'll definitely need to try to make sure we don't miss that. That could be a bit tricky. If you're not being careful. Which, I do have my moments of not being careful like that. Okay. Alright. Think we're good? Yeah, it seems like it. Alright. And then, I guess we'll do right here. Alright. And then we'll save the tippy top for last. Sometimes I don't save it for last, but this time we'll save the tippy top for last. AKA the roof/ceiling. Sometimes it calls the tippy top the roof. Sometimes it calls it the ceiling. It's like, alright game, which is it? Last level you called it a roof. It was like, then the one before that you called it a ceiling. I was like, which is it? But it'll get done all the same, regardless of what whoever game wants to call it. So it ain't going to bother me whether it calls it a roof or a ceiling. I'm like, huh? Makes no difference to me. It'll just be another thing that gets cleaned off. Okay. Okay. So that's why it don't really bother me all that much when it will call it one thing one level and another on the next. There we go. Got that. Alright. Looking pretty good, we'll say. Alright. I guess it's Desiree. Because I don't think it's Desire. Or at least that's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong, mind you. But that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Make sure, Glad I checked. I was just going to not go down here because this area, the metal, it got cleaned, and I was like, maybe it's fine. But I was like, I better check, and I'm glad I did. Okay. Cool. Alright. Okay. Good. Alright. Then we need to get there. That's done. Alright. Looking good. And I'll probably use the big ladder to get up there. To the tippy top. So that's what I'm thinking of doing once I do everything I can from the ground floor. Okay. That's good. Nice. Getting a lot of dings. I mean, I can hear the dings all day and I won't get tired of it. So I was like, ding as much as you want, game. I'm here all for it. So make sure all the door panels are done. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they're all done. Then do this a little bit. Oh, nailed it. Quiz book floating in the 7 seas. I'm sure it was. And like I said, you can lose sleep over it, but why? Why do you have a need to know? I mean, I was like, she's wanting to know more, and I'm wanting to know why she needs to know more. Not everything is meant to be discovered in life, honestly. I was like, well, I need to know. And I was like, okay, why? It's like, what? I was like, why do you need to know? I was like, well, I just do. I was like, okay, but why do you need to know? I think that's all good. Yeah. Okay. That wheel's done. So that's good. But yeah, it's funny with some people who always have that curiosity. It's like, depending on the person, it's like sometimes if you just ask them a simple why, it's like sometimes people legitimately do not know. So I find it kind of fascinating, the type of people that are like that, where they have this endless curiosity, I guess we'll say. And then you're like, okay, that's good to be curious about things. And then right there. That could have been a little sneaky. Wheel frame. Alright. But yeah, it's like, it's good to be curious. But it's like, but it can be kind of funny sometimes to see what happens when you ask someone who's genuinely curious on why they're curious. Nothing wrong with being curious like that. You don't learn anything by not asking questions. Alright, work our way up a bit. But yeah, it's like some people, it's like they literally have never contemplated on why they're curious like they are. And it's like I said, nothing wrong with being curious, but I was like, why? Why are you so curious like you are? And then they're like, well, and depending on the person, sometimes they just legitimately do not know why they're like that. Just that they've always been like that. Which, nothing wrong with that sort of answer. Ooh, I actually might need the little set stool. Because that'll help me get, I guess we can put it about right here. But yeah, just kind of be funny sometimes. You'll get people that like, I need to know. And they're like, okay. You have this desire for knowledge, which is good, honestly. There we go. Nothing wrong with that need for knowledge, but I was like, why? It's just kind of ironic when you see it happen. And like some people legitimately don't know why they get curious. But like I said, nothing wrong with being curious. It's just sometimes I like to get an understanding of someone whenever that happens. And I was like, okay, they have this profound curiosity about X subject. And I was like, okay, well, why do you want to know? And they might be like, well, it needs to be known. I was like, okay, who does it need to be known by? So it do be interesting sometimes. When instead of trying to combat curiosity with deflection, sometimes the best way to, I guess you could say, deal with someone who's as curious like that is instead of deflecting their curiosity-driven question is like, do you throw curiosity back at them? Be like, well, why? Or who needs to know? And it's like, it can be honestly quite fascinating. Honestly. Because depending on the person, it's like some people never get asked those sorts of questions. Because while I may not be curious all of the time, I do have, like, say, like a fascination with space and like physics and that sort of nature. And so sometimes I will either read or watch or listen to stuff related to those topics. But like I said, I'm not always curious. But from time to time, I may be curious on this subject. And actually do something. Okay, I guess there. Here we go. Because a lot of people like to just take the easy way out. Whereas I'll tend to be the other way around. Is like, which is why I don't always why I'm not always curious. Sure, there may always be a portion of me that kind of wants to know, but I'm not like, did that get done? Okay, just that did get done. Okay. All right. Wheel frame got done. Huh. Ah, there we go. Motor got done. That wheel frame did get done. Okay. I was making sure. Well, yeah. Nothing wrong like I said, with being curious. I just kind of decide from day to day if it's going to be a curious day or if I just want to take it easy and relax kind of day. That's ultimately what dictates on whether I'm curious or I'm just good with what I know for that day. Okay. All right. Very good. Nice, nice. But yeah, I'm myself in a, I guess you could say, somewhat curious individual. It's just, there are some people that are too curious for their own good. And if you're like, well, what do you mean by that? So, when I say there are... Okay. Oh. Something. There's a door panel? Might be pointing to the other side, honestly. Yeah, I think that's... Maybe? Let me see. Yeah, I think it's just kind of pointing to this side. Maybe. Okay. Anyhow, sorry. Before I got derailed from my train of thought, I was talking about, what do I mean by people that are too curious for their own good? So basically, what I mean by that is, regardless of the environment, there are people that try to... Oh, sorry. Penelope saying something? There was more. A van. Tucked away. Oh, yeah, that's our van. Okay. No, I don't think so. It's just a simple work van. I think she's looking too deeply into it. So, you think we're... have stolen something? Sure. But, as I was saying, about people who are too curious for their own good. So basically when I say that, regardless of the environment, there are some people that want to know more than they should really be allowed to know. Case in point, say someone at your job tells you, hey, did you hear about employee X cheated on employee Y with employee Z? That sort of thing. And it's like, and it might start out as they heard someone cheated on someone with someone else at the job. And then they make it their mission to find out everything about it. It's like, those sorts of situations are like, not really something you should be trying to find out. It's like, because I employ this saying, but I often say to people, for better or worse, I'm the type of person that stays in my own lane. Like, to the point where it could be common knowledge that everyone knows something that's going on in the workplace. And I could I could quite literally end up being the last person to know about it, because I'm I'm not going about my day whenever at work, hey, what's going on with such and such? So that's why I'll say sometimes it's like, for better or worse, I'm literally like the last person to know. I don't go about my day trying to find out everything about the situation. Now, if it involves me directly, then yeah, I might have, one could say, a vested interest in said topic. But unless something directly involves me, then I don't really care to find out. And so that's generally speaking what I mean by people that are too nosy, well, curious. We're trying to be nice here. Too curious for their own good. Because my job, I mean, I'm sure it happened at a lot of other places, but my job in particular is like, well, work day's been kind of boring, so what's going on with your life? And there's like, and people, and you'll kind of just mention offhandedly, oh, it's like, not such a good day, or like, me and such got into a disagreement. But I was like, everything's fine, and then through word of gossip and such, it deteriorates into, hey, did you hear such and such had a big fight last night, and now they're not really talking anymore. That's so that's basically what I mean by people who don't always need to know everything. A lot of dings there. That happens a lot. So that's why I was saying, I'm sure it happens at a lot of jobs, but yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's why I don't really get into trouble at my job, because I'm friendly, and if someone tells me something, then that's their choice. But I never go out of my way to find out about whatever is going on in the workplace. I'm like, no. If it's deemed that I need to know, then I'm sure someone will tell me. But I generally do not care about whatever kind of drama it may be. If it doesn't involve me directly, then I literally do not care. Whereas you get some people that are like, there'll be drama that they're not even involved in, and they want to know. I'm like, then you got me, who was like, okay, but why would I want to know? Well, and then they make a whatever excuse. I'm like, because I work in retail, for those that don't know, and generally speaking, it's like we get customers that will more or less be like unruly children. Then they'll have a big old fit with someone in customer service, and then it'll be like it'll be mostly the customer that decides to get into a shouting match, if you will. And I can be working on whatever job I'm working on, and I can hear the shouting going on, and I don't stop what I'm doing and go look or whatever, or listen. I just continue about my job, because I'm like, okay, say I stop doing my job and look and listen or whatever, topic comes up that's like has some sort of drama attached to it. I was like, okay, say I pay attention to that drama, what good does it do me? Literally, it does me no good whatsoever. And so that's why often preach about staying in my own lane because it doesn't concern me. As long as things don't get violent, where the cops would need to be called, then it's like literally it does not concern me. Okay. Then I think I need to do... I think all of those are done. Yeah. Side body's not done yet. But that'll be done. Okay. But yeah. Because... funnily enough, because I usually don't have the answers that people are looking for. And it's like... and it's not because I'm boring like that. It's just because I value my own peace. I'm not someone who needs to know what's going on with someone. Very good. But yeah, generally, I don't really ask around like that. Unlike most people in the workplace. Regardless of the workplace, it's like most people are the opposite. Whereas like they get bored with their own lives and want to know. I was like, no, I do not need to know what's going on in your life. What's going on in my own life can be stressful enough. Well, I don't need to know your problems in addition to my own problems. So that's why I sometimes say, for better or worse. Because sometimes something less than ideal will be going on with a friend of mine that I care about. And then maybe I might care a bit more to find out. But generally speaking, I just don't really want to know. And funnily enough, most people just can't really fathom not caring about other people's problems. Funnily enough. Okay. Over here. Yep. I didn't even do this side at all. So the motor's done. I think the only thing I need to do is some top stuff. I think. Skylight exterior. Yeah, I think it's everything up top. It's kind of like the same concept I take with paying bills. It's like I work on paying off my debt, which by default means I don't really go anywhere whenever I use some of my vacation time, aka paid time off. Because the second I tell someone, no, I'm thinking about taking some vacation time, it's like once you say that magical V word, people are like, oh, that's cool. Where are you going? And I always give the same answer every time whenever people say that. I'm like, shoot. Must be nice being able to consider going somewhere for vacation, because that costs money to go somewhere. And my goal is to pay off the debt that I have, not add debt. Okay. And so whenever I use that particular word vacation, it's like people always think you gotta go somewhere to enjoy yourself. I was like, honestly, as long as I'm not at work, I could care less where I'm at whenever I use vacation. I was like, I could be sat at home for a week straight, and that would be just as good to me as, say, going back to Florida, which is where I'm originally from, and spending a week there. So to me, I don't really care where I spend a week off from work from. As long as I'm off and not working for a week, then it doesn't matter to me where I'm at. Whether it's at home or maybe seeing my sister. My sister, she lives on the West Coast. Okay. But yeah, I've always been like, it does kind of make me scratch my head when people be like, where are you going for your vacation? I'm like, that costs money. Don't you know that? But it seems like a lot of people just are more than happy to add to their debt. Whereas I'm different in the sense that I want to actually get around to paying off my debt. I've always found that curious. So, okay. You get people that will add to debt, and so they'll always owe money somewhere. And where you got me, who's actually trying... Is that on the... It's weird. It's almost, that area looks like almost like dirt, but it's apparently not. Yeah, it's it was throwing me off. Sorry. But yeah. So I'll get there one day, and then having no debt. It'll happen. You just gotta try and not rush it. Gotta be... It's one of those things you gotta be patient with. It's like, it'll happen one day. Just... When will it be? Remains to be seen. Okay. Alright. And then that little bit right there. Alright. Okay. But yeah. It is kind of unfortunate that a lot of people just let themselves be eternally in debt, though. I will say. Because there's nothing like not owing money to... Obviously, besides the government and, like, state and federal taxes, but, like, actually being like, okay, I don't owe anything on my car, or my house is fully paid off. Not a lot of people get to experience that sort of financial freedom. And I think a lot of people would be surprised at how much more money you would have if you didn't actually owe money, besides your recurring expenses. If you didn't have to owe, like, a credit card company or a mortgage all the time. Because that's my goal. Why I don't pay, like, a mortgage or anything. Ooh, nice. Alright. Actually, I do need to be at least crouched. Get under here. Okay. But yeah, that's basically the goal of me getting myself fully paid off of the debt that I owe. Nothing debilitating or anything. It's just, that's a level of financial freedom that I would like to have. Honestly. That looks okay. Alright. But yeah. And like I said, I'll get there one day, but that is something that I strive for. Is have that financial freedom. So that if I ever decide to choose to like go somewhere for a vacation, I can have the means to do so. So that would be nice. Okay, so we got this. Got these 2 solar panels. Is there a connector? That's the aircon unit. And that one's aircon. Ah, it must be these things in the middle. Solar panel connector. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, because I seen the solar panel connector. I'm like, solar panel connector? I like, I was like, right. Okay, we're stood up. This last little bit should be done pretty easily. Whoops. Yes, game. Well, I know you don't gotta yell at me. Jeez, chill out. It's like, hey, did you know? I was like, game, we already talked about this. Well, I did in the last video anyhow. Game's like, hey, did you know? I'm like, game, you really don't want me to answer that question. Trust me. Like, why not? Alright. And done. Ta-da! Got a new job. Hey, Spruce. Track Karen down. Ooh. That looks interesting. Almost like a log cabin, but it's like elevated. Huh. That's interesting. But yeah, that's job complete. So you know what that means. It's time for my... Oh, yeah. We did change the color of our van. So, let's see my favorite portion of the video. Very good. That didn't take long at all. It took me just over an hour. So I was thinking it'd be probably around an hour or so. Maybe 50 minutes if I got lucky. But I'm like, should be at the very least an hour or so. So nice. That wasn't too bad. And starting to build up our money again. It'll take a while since we spend it on this current washer and attachment. So let's see. Salvage house. Great River National Park, Power Falls. So it looks like that would be the next job. And it looks like that one... I wonder if you can go inside. Or if it's a job that you just do from the outside. All the same, that'll be in the next one. So it'll be interesting. But hope you enjoyed. I certainly did enjoy myself cleaning the streetcar. Cleaning something a little bit different and a bit smaller on scale, but it was still fun all the same. But with that being said, hope you have a good one. Thank you for your time, and until I next have your attention, this is yours truly. Ta-ta till next time.